All right, welcome back. So the race to replace Mitch McConnell as the Republican leader in the Senate well underway, just a few days old. It'll be the first leadership change for Republicans in that chamber since the fall of 2006. So who should we be watching? Stirewalt here to break it all down. Chris?
It's going to be like Thunderdome at the nursing home. It's going to be a real situation. Okay, so think about it this way. Well, first, let's look at our baseball cards here. Let's bring up our first graphic to see what the Magic Caleb has come up with. Okay, here's your chalk. Here's the Vegas line. The three Johns. These are the front runners: John Barrasso of Wyoming, John Cornyn of Texas, and John Thune. If I were a betting man, I guess I am a betting man, I would put my money on Thune. He's well-liked. He does not have a bunch of enemies. He's a good fundraiser. He looks like the Marlboro Man. And at 63, he's just very young for the United States Senate. He's a teenager by U.S. Senate standards. John Cornyn from Texas has some haters on the MAGA side of the Senate. They're skeptical of him because he insists on, I don't know, being honest about stuff, saying true things about Donald Trump, which makes them very upset. John Barrasso is really actually quite impressive on this because behind closed doors, all the normie Republicans like John Barrasso, right? They think that he's a serious person with a serious portfolio on foreign policy, but he knows how to go out and rile them up and throw out the red meat. So that's that. Okay, so who's going to win? Show us the next baseball cards. Show us Caleb's handiwork. Okay, senators to watch. Not because I'm saying that they're going to win. I'm not saying that these people are going to win, but a dark horse could emerge from these folks. Now, Rick Scott, who failed once before, he has money, he has an organization, he could do all of that stuff, but he is a divisive figure for sure. Steve Daines, everybody likes Steve Daines, and Steve Daines is getting ready to have a really good year probably as senatorial committee chairman. He has found a way to make peace with Donald Trump. Shelley Moore Capito from West Virginia. If you're thinking of a dark horse to bet on about how something could emerge if the Johns deadlock, then maybe it's somebody like Shelley Capito. There is a group of women in the United States Senate who are sort of the backbone of the Senate. Joni Ernst, you could think of folks like that. And then there's Ron Johnson. I want you to think about Ron John from Wisconsin, who, despite having unwisely shaved off his mustache, which was the cornerstone of his political career, Ron Johnson is trying to be the leader. He is trying to herd together sort of the MAGA conference, guys like Josh Hawley, guys like Ted Cruz, guys like J.D. Vance, and whip them together into a faction. They're demanding open and transparent and all of that stuff. So I find that very interesting. Can he do it? Oh, yeah, that's right. This Sunday, I will be talking with Ron Johnson. Why did I do those senators in that order? Because I realized at the end I had to read this tease. He'll be on the Hill Sunday with me right here on NewsNation, premiering March 3rd. I will continue to make that Cheshire Cat face, apparently, throughout the entire show. I hope you will watch. We are going to try to make it fun and interesting.
Thank you for watching. And make sure you go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.